Okay, so there's a few of the things that you might want to have on hand for the repair. One of them is you're going to need a little bit of water. That helps with the drilling and also for mixing your grout. A quarter teaspoon would be another excellent thing to have. Something to mix with, and a couple of toothpicks and a mixing bowl. Okay, the first thing you're going to need to do is locate the center of the void in your hollow spot. Chances are you know you have hollow tiles or you wouldn't be watching the video. So, one of the easy ways to do it, if you got a plastic ball, that's what a good solid tile sounds like. Now, for a hollow tile, it's just a little bit obvious the difference. Try that again. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to tap around the hollow spot. What you're looking for is the center. In that case, we're right about here. So, what we're going to then do is going to take the metallic tape from your kit, and we're going to place that over the center of your hollow spot. Just like that. And, as you can see, it's right where it needs to be. Then, you put the drill bit in a cordless drill or other drill, whatever you happen to have, and you're going to position it directly over the spot that you're going to drill. And then, holding it perpendicular, you're going to go ahead and begin to drill. It's important to hold your drill straight up and down to avoid chipping. You may want to add just a little bit of water, which aids to lubricate as you're drilling. Cools down the bit and helps the process along. Okay, we've just gone through. Okay, so we've drilled through our surface and we've wiped the area clean with a paper towel, just like this. All you need to do, you're going to leave the tape in place for now, and we're going to go ahead and start to put the adhesive in. So, in order to do that, you remove the plunger from your applicator, include with your kit, and you're just going to put it right down in the hole. In most cases, it'll stand right up all by itself, as you see. Then, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put adhesive in. And I'm going to put about half this time to start with, because we need to have room for the plunger up about halfway, just like this. And then we're going to put the plunger back in. And we're going to apply gentle pressure and ease the plunger down. And then what we want to do is we're just going to inject the adhesive. And you can hear some bubbles perhaps. And it's going to go in fairly quickly and easily. And we're just going to push it on down until it gets down to the bottom. And then we're going to repeat the process. Altogether, the whole repair probably wouldn't take more than 45 minutes, depending upon how big a void is really in there. And again, all we're doing is we're just taking it and letting it ease its way in. And as we're doing this, it's filling up the void underneath the tile. And it's going to evacuate a little air. You know, here's some funnily gurgling and everything. It may be helpful to pull it out of the hole as you're taking the plunger out and refilling. We position it inside the hole to prevent the glue from getting everywhere. As you can see, it's taking the glue very smoothly. If you get a little adhesive here and there, don't worry about it. A little bit of it may back up in there, don't worry about it. Just push it right back down. You see, it's a very, very clean operation. Oops. As the void fills, you'll notice you start to get a little backup of adhesive. Not to worry, this is all standard. But you want to get as much adhesive in as possible. Each tube of adhesive holds 8 ounces of adhesive, which is enough to do a 12 by 12 tile. In this case, that's a 12 by 12 area complete, which is about a 26-inch tile. There we go. Yeah. As we can see, we're getting a little adhesive bubbling up. And that's how we know we're pretty much full as the air boils out. I'm just going to let that do that. And then we're going to wipe up the excess. Might be helpful to use a cloth rag or anything else you might have. I'm going to use paper towels here. And just wipe the area. And then we're going to get a damp cloth and leave a little water here. Get a little bit of dampness, not a whole bunch. Just going to clean it up a little bit. And don't worry too much about it at this point because you're going to be cleaning the tile surface again anyway once we've done the grouting. We wiped up most of the adhesive. Again, the adhesive is a non-toxic water cleanup. May take a little elbow grease. Don't want to leave it in place too long. And the same thing goes for your fingers as you get more and more glue on them. Sometimes I say adhesive, sometimes I say glue. It's all the same stuff. So now the surface has been cleaned and prepared, and we're going to go ahead and mix up the grout. In your kit, you have 4 different colors of grout. This one here is the lighter color shade to match the color of the tile. We just put it all in there, don't worry about it. You know, if you use it all, that would be fine. Otherwise, don't worry about it. So, what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to add about a 1/4 teaspoon of water. Doesn't take much, and you may need to actually add a little bit more than that, but this is it. Go ahead and mix it up. And we want it to get nice and pasty. You can always add more water if necessary. And as you can see, I'll give you a little bit more in this case. We have, depending upon how much grout you have there. One thing about it, if you put too much water in, don't worry about that either, because we'll let a little bit of it evaporate when you go back to it. Now you can see this is just a little bit runny. We really wanted a little bit less than that. So this is why I started with the 1/4 teaspoon there. But now we're going to let this set for a couple minutes and come back to it, and then we'll fill the hole. So we're going to let that set right there. Alright, here we go. So we're looking for this kind of pasty consistency. And then all we do is simply put it into the hole. We're just going to start pressing down into the hole just like this. And you don't have to worry too much. The main thing is make sure that you get enough in the hole that's going to stay there when it's dry. And I like to push on it a little bit myself. So push the envelope maybe, I don't know. Alrighty. Very good. Alright. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take our napkin once again and dampen it. Just let it a little bit. And go ahead and pull some of this off of here. Just about like that. And in this case here, you don't have to worry too much again. You're going to come back, clean it up after the grout dries. And what I like to do is I like to put a little piece of tape on it just to smooth it out a little bit, and in case you have traffic going over the area during the day. But that's all there is to it. It's simple, quick, and easy to repair. Now, just to show you, one of the things about this product, it works instantly. So remember before, our sound, let me get the ball, we have the solid tile and we have the hollow tile. And now as you can see, there's absolutely no difference between the two. The tile has already been repaired. So, earlier, what we didn't show you is what it looks like when the repair is finished. So what we're going to do is show you that the tile right next to it here was previously repaired using the process. And what we're going to do is attempt to show you where the hole is in this tile. So my camera person is going to try and zoom in, and we're going to see if we can find that hole. So right now, and it's very difficult, but I'm going to put my finger to point out exactly where the hole is. And can you zoom in on that? This is exactly what it looks like. And I mean to tell you, you have to have eagle eyes if you're going to be able to see this. Are you able to zoom in on that?
That's it.
That's it. Alrighty. Well, that's the end of our presentation. We hope you've enjoyed it and that you use the Easy Fix Kit for all your hollow tile repairs. Thank you.